off to the Chelsea house today. Lots to see. I think there's been quite a few changes. Yesterday I spent the day at home. That was a day of invoicing, paperwork, clearing emails. As you know, there's lots to do on that. So I had my work cut out for me. But today it's off to the Chelsea house. Let's see what's going on. The builder's going to be there, the main contractor's going to be there. Let's see what progress has been made. I hope you're enjoying all of these daily diary visits that I'm doing. I'm doing them for a very good reason, because I'm not at my desk to do any proper videoing and any proper teaching about all the things that I know that you want to hear about. So I've had emails in about doing certain things, which I will be getting onto, but it's taking some time in order to do this. All about starting your own studio and various other different bits and bobs. But all in all, I have a list, as long as my arm, of all the different subjects and things to cover. So hopefully I can get to those when things calm down. Interior design is one of those things you can go from job to job, and sometimes you'll have almost, a few weeks off that you can actually get some other work done. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Stand by. So here we are at the house. It's a little bit dark in here because the power is off. Frankly, the place looks like a bomb site, but this is nothing unusual when you've got so many different workmen doing so many different things. The thing is, it's great. There is so much that's been done. You can really see the difference. I'm going to take you for a tour upstairs, and you can see the underfloor heating has gone down. You can see the front door being put into place and various other different things going on. It is slightly chaotic because we've got lots of different people doing lots of different things, but let's take a look. So into this little part of the house, which is the utility cupboard, you can see here all these wires. There's a lot of them, and the reason why there's a lot is that we've actually increased the wiring that has come down, and it's actually come down from the upper floor. So we're going to snip all those off, and you can kind of see, if you sort of pan up here, you can see where they've all come from. And these are all going to be attached to the fuse boxes, and more fuse boxes will be sitting here behind the door. And over here is the new megaflow. So this is the new boiler that we've put in, and you can see it in all its entirety here, this space that it's going to take up. Now, next to it, at this little utility bit, this is where the washer and dryer are going to be along this line here, so one on top of the other. And there'll be a sink next door to it, but they're going to be in this sort of little corner all the way down in a panel. And then on the other side, just here, there would be a little sort of sink along there, which means that the plug sockets here will need to be moved because they can't be put anywhere near water, so they'll have to be taken away. So this is the cloakroom. Now, we haven't seen this for a while. So you can see here we've got the cistern in ready. That's just there. And remember, it used to be on that wall here. And we're actually going to put in a box frame all the way along to make the toilet look pretty where it is in that spot. If we sort of pan down, you can see the new flooring in. It has all the pipes with a lagging around it. And this is all new ply, all these bits, all these panels here. This is all new ply just over that pipe work, which is, if I spin around, just feeding into that wall just here. This is where the basin's going to be. Now, out into the hallway, you can see all the new ply that has been put down. This is all running the whole width of the hallway. Everything has come up, and we've all put the new ply and the flooring down. That's hiding all the wiring and everything all the way up to the front of the hallway. in here you can see this is the living room, and so these guys are putting down all of the underfloor heating, all the thermostat panels, and the actual underfloor heating is going to be sitting in these grooves. So these are all going to have pipes, pliable pipes, which are going to sit in all of these grooves. They're okay to stand on. They're actually like a foil. So these things here are going to be sort of conducting the heat and bringing that upwards through the flooring. So this is the fireplace, and this has had the gas pipe work done. So if you remember, we had the little gas tap running along and coming out just at that side bit there. Now it runs all the way round, up there, down there, and it's all ready for the gas fire next week. And the guys here are just screwing down the thermostatic panels for the underfloor heating. Now this is the front door, so this is the front door frieze, if you like, which is going to go above the door. So you can kind of see, if I sort of pan up here, that's the new front door. It will be painted a different colour, but if you go right to the top, you will see that it has inside the cornice, if you can see the cornice in there, is actually the same design that we have here down on this frieze, which is going to go above the front door. So you can see there it's raised, it needs to be painted and everything, of course, but that is going to be going right above. It's obviously in its straightforward form at the moment, and if we sort of step a little bit further back and sort of pan up, you can see that it will fit, let me see, right at the top there. So it's going to go between that fan light at the top there with these panels. All those are going to be changing, and that's going to come out, and it's actually going to go in that little bit section all the way running along there. So that will be at an angle. I'll show you that when that gets done. Picking my way around here quite carefully. Moving up to the master bedroom, we've got the decorators at work who are putting on the undercoats, the sliding door being tested, and up here just above where we took out the air vents, we have some sanding going on. So this has been filled in and sanded. Now this is going to have a large headboard on it, but we do need to sand this off and make this as smooth as is possible. Moving down, you can see doesn't like to be filmed. You can see the decorating at work, and obviously all the things are sort of taking shape. We're missing obviously the grill here. This is along here, that's where the air conditioning grill is going to be, but we're not putting that in yet because of the amount of dust that is going. That's the TV section that's going in there. Everything is pretty much sorted, and you can see here the decorator putting on his final coats. In the master bathroom itself, we have all the plasterboard on the walls that you can see here. This is obviously the white grey that you see here, which is obviously just blocking out and preparing the walls for plastering, which is obviously this is what this brown is here. So that's the section where the loo is, and this will be the master shower. You can see here above, that's where the lighting, that's the air vent, and that's the lighting for above the shower. And if we just pan along, that's where the plasterboard has all been done. And there in that little section, this bit here, this is where the joinery is going to go. Moving upstairs, we've got some tiling going on here. So the tiler's been working on the family bathroom, which is what these tiles belong to. But I want to go and have a look in the guest bathroom. So this is a little bit sort of steamy in here. It's looking good. So these are the mosaic tiles. We need a few more because of how the sheets have actually been put together, so they need to go in this sort of section here. And this is the other work that he's done in the family bathroom. So you can see this is the bath that's already in. The tiles that have been put all the way along, not right up to the ceiling yet until we finish a lot of the decorating and the lighting is in. You can see here, this section here, this is where the heated towel rail is going to be. Move him out of the way. And obviously we need to get the flooring on at some point, but that's not needed right at this moment. Just left the Chelsea house, all looking good. A few things that have been missing, the Lights are somewhere in a holding company because they couldn't get anybody to answer the door. This is quite normal for builders. When it's messy and noisy on site, people can't actually get any deliveries done. So what tends to happen is that builders are missing items when they need them, and it's because they haven't answered the door to delivery people. Happens quite frequently. The next thing was the tiles. The extra tiles that we ordered were delivered on Friday. It's just that the builders had forgotten this and hadn't realised, and so the tiler said, "Where are my tiles?" They were there all the time, so I had to point those out to them. So they're happy, they've got what they need. The good thing is that everything is finally taking shape. So I'm pleased, the client's pleased, and everything is going according to plan. I'm back here tomorrow. We have a few more deliveries coming in. Some of the carpet is coming in. That's going straight back out, but it needs to be templated. So I need to work out exactly how realistic that one's going to be in order to get that bit done. But we'll just see. It should be all right, but there's always problematic things that come up when deliveries of that size come in. So I want to be there on site when that does come in, make sure it's the right thing, and that it goes straight back out and doesn't get ruined by the builders and the dust. I'm absolutely covered in dust prints. You probably can't see it on here, but I've got dust, plaster dust, and all sorts of other different goodies all over my jeans, all over my jacket, which just goes to prove, do not wear anything expensive on site. You may think that you're an interior designer and you've got to look the part. Meetings, yes. On site, no. One of the interesting things about wearing clothing for the job is that you do realise quite quickly on that you can't have anything which is expensive. So I would say categorically to any of you, make sure you've got plenty of jeans and flat shoes and all sorts of things which you don't really care about. That includes jackets, wear layers, lots of cotton tops, all those sorts of things you will need when you're on site, when you're running up and down stairs. The last thing you want to do is be worried about what you're wearing, and the builders won't want to be worried about it either. In fact, I'm actually almost out of quite a few things. I seem to have a lot more stuff for summer than I do for winter, so I think I need to go and pick up a few more pairs of jeans and stuff. Let's see what I can get today. Also on my list today, I need to speak to the removal companies for the Primrose Hill job. Now the Primrose Hill job is, as you know, is just come in. It's been on the cards for a while, and that's a layout job and it's a removal of house job. So that has come up quite thick and fast, and providing the removal company can do it, I will fit it in.